What is going on, everybody? This is Tyler with False Neutral Media, alongside me, my co-host, my brother Trevor, and we just had a brutal mutter, Philadelphia SX, round 15. Insane. Qualifying, the track was looking good, no rain. I didn't even know it was going to rain. I didn't know it was going to be a mutter till I was at Mesquite with the Villapotos, and Ryan's like, hey, it's going to be a mutter. I was like, dude, everything changes. But you know what didn't change? Our picks. Our picks. And because our picks are on fire, you need to hit that subscribe button and pay attention to when the podcast goes out before the next race. Because we're calling it. We're on point. 450s, we were a little off by like one or two riders. But other than that, but let's get into it. East Coast champ. Let's talk Cole Davies.
Cole Davies. We've often talked about every Saturday that gate drops, whether you're there or not. Cole Davies is taking notes.
Yep.
He's taking notes. He said it's a mutter. It's going to be rough. They've kind of cut down a little bit of the time, so we're thankful for that, but let's get after it, right? And I think Cole Davies showed up. He did what he needed to do. He got into the main and got a good start and tried to keep it up as long as possible on two wheels. We saw he did go down at some points, but picked it up and just kept moving. And we saw, right, consistency will win the day. If you can jump the rhythm sections somewhat, even in the rain, it's going to give you leaps and bounds over the other racers.
Absolutely.
So, congrats to Cole Davies. I'm going to be real. Not a whole lot to talk about in terms of this race because it is a mutter, right? You're seeing people who normally aren't up there, and usually some of your regulars being up there, though. In this case, our wild cards did well. Daxton Binnick performed a hell of a race.
Yep.
Seth Hammaker going down right in the beginning
That
after
was
the whole shot.
gnarly.
I don't know how. I don't think Cole Davies was aware at all of what was happening as it was happening. I think it was sheer brilliance and luck working in tandem. But he missed Seth Hammaker, barely tapped his bike. Both of them were good. Cole went to the front and just focused on his race.
Barely skinned him with the foot peg. I don't think he even touched him with the foot peg, and it was like
neck and neck. Right. But Seth Hammaker charging back.
Yeah.
All the way back to third. Incredible. I thought the Club MX Yamaha boys did really good. We saw, Derek Kelly, Henry Miller. We saw Gavin Towers and Welton all in the top 10. Nate Thrasher had some pretty rough moments, but really did put on a masterclass of saving the bike from completely falling over.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Cody Schock and Devin Simonson, but 250s was wild to see them try and overcome this track. It was slick, but it looked soft and pillowy, which meant that mud was going to cake onto the bike and add a bunch of weight. Heating up those engines, dude.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Making sure that they don't fry the clutch. But yeah, I definitely agree. Cody Schock from, the top four. What a ride. I think the Club MX guys, like we've talked about, are just going to be a dominating force coming into these next few years, to be honest. And like you said, yeah, Nate Thrasher getting P5. We had Devin Simonson, P6. Good for him. Like, he's doing awesome, staying consistent, staying up there. I loved it. I think it was awesome. But yeah, I'm pumped that Cole Davies was able to lock in the championship. I know I did say Landon Gordon was going to take second or third on the night. He ended up.
I had said.
Oh, you did.
Landon Gordon, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, he took P 21. Super unfortunate, but like you never know how mutters are gonna go. You either get a good start and you stay up the whole time, or you go down early, or just a lot and like you said, picking up that bike after going down, depending on uh where you go down. If you pick it up and you're on the opposite side of the bike, hopefully that bike's still running and you could get it to a surface to where you could hop back on and get going. But no, it was super gnarly, man. Those conditions were insane, but it was entertaining to watch. It really was, especially getting into the 450s. And I feel like we could get into the 450s right now, because all I have to say is our dude, number 37, Cole Davies. Congratulations, East Coast 250 winner. And I'm pumped. Good job. We definitely love watching him race and ride, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the outdoors and the 2027 season in Supercross. I wonder if he's just gonna be like, "Hey, East Coast done. I'm gonna go to West Coast, take that too, and then maybe do it another year in 2028 and do what Hayden did and a lot of other riders in 2028, move up to the 450 for outdoors." But who knows? I think that would be a smart move. That's what normally happens when you win multiple championships and you start dominating and, hey, ready to move up. But let's get into the 450s, because Ken Roxon.
Yeah. Just touching real quick on the Cole Davies thing that you mentioned. I think what we're going to see is him go for the national championship and then the SMX and just look for a defense. I don't know if he's going to go back to West Coast. He may just try and defend East Coast, right? And then switch it up, claim the West Coast at the end, and then bounce out, right? Forming the template of Monster Energy Yamaha. Because with the SMX title, now it's, well, in 1 year, I can get 3 titles. If I can get those 3 titles, I will have proven that I'm the best 250 rider from the East Coast and overall in the Nationals. I don't have to contend with Deegan for this championship. I've been the most consistent so far. I don't think that Kitchen's going to give him a run for his money. I think that he's really on fire. The person we're seeing charge him the most has been Seth Hamaker. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. But congrats to Cole Davies. Looking forward to watching him create a dynasty in the 250 class and then move up to the 450 when he's ready.
Also, have you seen his new vlogs? He started vlogging on YouTube. I was watching it on the way back from Mesquite. He's fucking hilarious, dude. He's fucking funny. So I thought that you should definitely check that out. Like, normally you don't promote like that, but Cole Davies is I think he's the fucking dude. He's a man. But yeah, definitely you got to check that out, because you'll laugh your ass off. It's good. They did a really good job with that. But yeah, let's get in to the 450s. Our dude Ken Roxon, baby. Let's go. He didn't say. Yeah.
Go ahead. No,
I don't think he's cinched it up just yet. There's still time. With Hunter Lawrence, because I think we have 2 races left. 2 races left. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see, but I honestly think Kenny has this in the bag. I will say that. I think he has it in the bag, but there's still a lot of racing going on with Cooper Webb taking P2, bumping up his points in the points. And Hunter Lawrence, he didn't do too bad. He got the whole shot. He rode good. But I mean, it was awesome seeing those top 3. Joey Savacci as well doing amazing. But let's get into Kenny. Talk about it.
Here's the thing, dude. Kenny has been on fire this year. 4 wins, 5 races, right? The dude's been on fire. He's been consistent. I don't see that slowing anytime soon. We've got 2 rounds. We've got Denver, and then we've got Salt Lake. I want to say that these are more hard pack tracks. If I'm thinking in the past, we know Hunter does really good on those, but Ken Roxon is a speed demon on pack tracks like that. So, in my opinion, I think it really is a toss up right now. I don't think I'm changing my picks for the remainder. I think you're looking at a Ken Roxon, Hunter Lawrence, Cooper Webb, and I think your wild card is probably going to be Chase Sexton, right?
Yeah,
But I think going into these rounds, Hunter Lawrence has to win both. He has to win both and establish himself as the dominant racer. It's going to be really hard to get Ken off of the dominant run that he's on right now.
absolutely.
So
And
that's what
Hunter's
I
only
think.
4 points down. There's a lot that can
Wow.
happen. A lot that can happen. I think if Kenny stays consistent, gets, first and second as much as possible, which I don't even want to jinx him, do the podcast jinx right now, because it's just looking good. And Cooper's down by 24 points off of Hunter. So a lot, there's still, even though it's 2 races, there's 2 motos and
Anything can happen.
main event. So
Yeah.
it's gonna come down to the wire with these 3 dudes, these 3 amazing athletes in the Premier 450 class. But yeah, are you wanting Kenny to take it this year?
I personally am wanting Kenny to win. And as I've said, won't be upset if Hunter Lawrence pulls it together and dominates these next 2 rounds and clinches it back.
Yeah.
But remember, anything that happens between Kenny and with Hunter, Cooper Webb is there like a shark in waters full of blood, right?
And we know his
He's
IQ.
on the
Yeah.
hunt.
He's been
We
here
saw it this
before.
weekend.
Yeah.
We saw it this weekend, right? Cooper Webb was racing. He slowed up everybody when he needed to. He put on the gas when he needed to. That launch over the finish line to pass Hunter Lawrence and get into second and hold him off. Cooper Webb is always like this towards the end of the season. It's how he's clinched so many championships out of nowhere.
Yes.
Do I expect him to win the championship? No. But I do expect him to be able to sway the championship either to Kenny or to Hunter's side. It just depends on how violent he wants to be out the gate.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think I can see Kenny taking this championship home. It would be awesome. I would love to see it before we go to nationals. But if Hunter Lawrence can reestablish his flow, hit his marks, and do what he's got to do, he can take it too. So me, I'm rooting for Kenny. I hope he can just keep that going, keep the momentum, and end it strong. Get himself a Supercross championship. But yeah, that's kind of my feeling about it. Listen, there's a lot of conversation right now about like lappers and races and stuff.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
Kenny
What is
named
what is your opinion?
Kenny named Harrison by name, right? And was like all these dudes and was naming them off by name and being like, it's just a problem every single time. Like it's not just when it's muddy, it's when it's dry too, right? What we need to remember, and I think RV and RC talked about this a little bit, was like, it's not common to lap up to 5th place.
Yeah.
That's not common. However, the guys that he has this problem with, they are not in the top 5. These guys are people where he's like, I'm having to pass you twice in a mudder. And it really is a racing incident where it's like, dude, it's a mudder. You're lucky if you're keeping it going straight. I can understand the irritation when it's dry.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
Exactly.
We've talked about lappers before. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse that I've already talked about.
Yep.
In a mudder, dude, give everybody some grace. It is what
Seriously,
it is.
what the fuck are you gonna do? Don't go in there. You won. Why make that a top subject, and that just led in for like Cooper to make a comment. It's like, it's a fucking mutter, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be lapping people that you can't even see the numbers. Yeah, it's going to be the same people. Fuck. I mean, they caught all the way up to Justin Hill.
Mm-hmm.
5th place, Justin Hill, P5.
Yeah.
And they were saying that they lapped Prado and some, you know, Jordan Smith, a whole bunch of people twice. Yeah. So like people are gonna go down. It's a fucking mutter. I know towards the end of the night, the track was a little better, and actually I thought was like prime mutter conditions because I think the rain slowed down a little bit to have more of a vision for the riders. But yeah, like come on, don't make that comment. Even like you said, RV and RC said it perfect. Like, dude, it's a mutter. There's
Right.
no
Where are you
way.
gonna-
Yeah, this isn't going to happen all the time. So don't complain about the lappers. Enjoy this victory. You are 4 points ahead. Keep it fucking positive.
Sure. But I also get it, right? Ken Roxon has been on the back end of a lot of horrible lapper incidents. Like I think of the one where he was battling again Cooper Webb. And
Yeah.
they always battled down to the wire. Cooper Webb was only 2.427 seconds behind Ken Roxon at this mutter. He
Yeah.
was pushing. He's absolutely pushing. So it's one of those Ken Roxon's going anytime I have to deal with lappers and Cooper Webb is behind me. Something really bad happens. So I get where Ken Roxon's coming from.
Absolutely.
I also get when he's like, dude, I had to deal with it with Prado. Lapped him fucking twice.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my way. Get out of my way. I get that being a leader. Now, do I think Ken Roxon's going to come down after and be like, all right, maybe I shouldn't have made a stink? Sure, but he's also in championship points contention for the championship and has the red plate and is going, get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
And I think he has every right to go, get the fuck out of my way, please.
Absolutely.
I get you're racing your race, but your race for 12th is not the same as my race against Hunter Lawrence, who's breathing down my back, right?
Yeah. Well, and then when you're lapping, say like we stated, you don't get up to 5th place lapping or lapping twice, right? So when you're in the top 10 and you're passing those guys like Malcolm Stewart, Marchbanks, Dean Wilson, Sexton, McElrath, Justin Hill, Savachi, those guys are battling for top 10, top 5, even top 8. It doesn't matter. So it's like they don't know, especially when you're up there and your mechanics, hey, you're in this spot, or you see on the board you're in that spot. You don't know who's behind you. You don't know if it's Kenny. For all Savachi knows, it's Justin Hill because he's in 4th. So
right.
you know
they can't. The visibility's fucked
Oh,
up
yeah.
from the mud. You're relying on pit boards and blue flags and red flags
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the other thing we didn't talk about in the 250 class was that red flag restart probably saved Hammaker's endurance, allowed him to hold some in the tank and start right behind the dude that he was chasing, right?
Yeah.
Being able to make up that time was huge. But 450 class, you didn't get it. Dean Wilson coming away with the top 10 and 8.
Dude,
surprised me.
he
was on fire.
Crushing top 10
He's
every
on fire.
weekend. Top 10
On
every
fire.
weekend since he's kind of come back. And there's, speaking of comeback,
Wild card Dean Wilson.
I don't know why I think these last two, I want to go Dean Wilson because it's like top 10, P9, P8, P7, top 10. Like I think he's going to come out of nowhere and be like, what's up? But
yeah,
speaking of comebacks, one of my favorite riders was back on the Ducati.
On the Ducati.
Ducati. Yeah, we can't really say it like he fucking like Oh my God, Lee Differ says, but Justin Barsha.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
the edit that I reposted on my story that he did about him trying to like sneak in, like I'm a writer, and they're like, no, dude, God, I miss Barsha.
Yeah.
And then he
It's
does
good to
because
have him back.
Philadelphia, he's just like, and then straight into Moto. Like, Justin, I am so glad you're back, dude. I am so
Yeah.
freaking glad you're back. And what is it in the heat? He was battling Savachi, dude. Just watching that, I know Barsha didn't get it, but you know what? Welcome fucking back, and I can't wait to see you at Outdoors and the rest of these 2 rounds and SMX. Because DF Dylan Ferrandis, man. I mean he did P12, Barsha did P11, but it's just good to have him back, man. Justin Cooper I thought he rode a great race as well in the heats. And another person I wanted to definitely talk about, Grant Harlan taking second in the LCQ. We love Grant Harlan. Super cool dude, awesome guy. And just always fun to watch. He's been in the game for a long time, so I was super pumped for him. He did take P19, but hey, you know what? He made it in the show. Love it. He's had some bad luck with other riders and stuff with punching him off the track last round, and I'm glad that he's okay. But it was just awesome. And then before we end anything, because I feel like we hit everything on the on the coffin there, but I wanted to talk about what is it, Deacon Dino.
Yeah. SMX next champion.
He sealed it up. I don't know if he won it last year,
I
but
can't remember.
yeah, but yeah, disregard that. But he took it. I was actually super pumped. I think he got the triumph up there. I thought that was awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Good for him. Congratulations to Dino. Um and dude, I'm literally pumped for these up and coming riders. We had Cade Johnson taking second, and they were getting pretty close, and it was just entertaining. So good for them. I was super pumped. Um, but yeah, and then my dude Cole Timbo taking P12. And let's see, Caden Manier P7. Landon Gibson taking P9. So it was good. It's always good to see Alvin Hillen, Alvin Hillen, P13. I've met a lot of these younger riders in the amateur scene, and they're just, dude, they're so hungry, man. They're so hungry and love the sport. So congratulations, Deacon Dino, with the whole shot, putting the triumph on top and taking the SMX next national championship. So congrats. But yeah, as we're going into Denver, what are your picks? 250, 450.
250, 450. We're going back to West Coast, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you are correct. I think the last 2 rounds are West Coast. Hayden is already cinched the championship.
Yep.
But I still think he's going to win.
Of course. I think it's one of those. I think if Deegan lines up right in races, sick, man. Looks like he's going to get it. Or he might just fuck around, chill. But I see him probably going out winning. I think that's all I cared to talk about it, because like this is racing. Deegan's not going to push it. He's staying healthy for 450s and outdoors. So
yeah,
I think that's what we're going to see, is just an interesting race. I'm interested to see it. I haven't thought about West Coast since the championship ended, and I'm not going to front like I have.
yeah.
I'm struggling even to think of anybody besides Kitchen, right? And Shimoda's not coming back anytime soon.
That's so unfortunate, man. That sucks so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
For 450s, which is where I think the cream of the crop in the conversation lies, I think it's going to be Ken Roxon, Hunter Lawrence, Cooper Webb, and you could intersperse any of them in any of those top three. And I'm going to say my wild card is going to be Chase Sexton.
okay. Yeah, for me, for my 250 West, I'm gonna go Hayden. Hayden first. I'm gonna go Max Bullen second, Ryder D third. And my wild card is gonna be Levi Kitchen.
I'll take the same.
I'm just perfect. I think Hayden's probably gonna cruise, so you know whether he could get top three or whatever. I think like exactly like you said, he's gonna play it safe. He's got outdoors coming up, on to bigger and better things with the 450 class, and he's just gonna play it smart. I think you're right on that. With the 450 class, oh man, I mean it's down to the wire. I honestly think man, it is tough. This is tough. We know I don't know if Eli's coming back because he's been out 2 rounds since he slammed on his hip. He said he was gonna go and race this last race, but then he decided no, still recovering. So I think he's just definitely out of the championship, I think. And we've stated that, but I honestly, I think it's as much as I want to say Roxon, I think Hunter is going to win. I think Hunter's going to be first, Ken Roxon second, Cooper Webb third, and my wild card, I want to say Chase Sexton.
Welcome, brother. We have the same picks.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for Denver for me. So I'm looking forward to that and seeing, what all happens. As that world minis RV2 presented by Ryan Villapoto himself, RV, Verb Moto, the Verb Moto Prospect app, and Wes Williams and the whole crew. And everybody at Mesquite. It was such a sick event. We did deal with a lot of wind and some track issues. A lot of riders actually getting sick. Dane Pappas was looking amazing. Went out to dinner, went to steakhouse, had like something that just tasted off. I think it was shrimp, and he ended up getting fucking food poisoning, man. So he was down, just staying hydrated and doing all that. They cut it out early, and they're getting ready for this week at the Road to Mammoth. I believe round 5 qualifiers at Hangtown, Prairie City. So I'm excited for that. Ryder Ellis absolutely dominating, going 1-1-1. Super Mini Schoolboy. He was just ripping, dude. I got a lot of content. Him and Dylan Graham, they were absolutely ripping. For instance, like there was one moto they were battling, and Ryder Ellis absolutely took off, had a good gap, and I think also DG Dylan Graham was riding with a hurt tailbone, but still ripping. That kid is tough as nails. And Ryder ended up going down. He got cross-rutted in a turn right before the finish line in the snake area. You should know the track layout because MX bikes. We race there a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So in the S section before the finish line, and DG passes him, Ryder gets up. I've never seen a battle like I did. These two warriors in Super Mini were absolutely just back and forth. Ryder ended up passing him right in the mechanics area, the straightaway before the little hip table in the back section. Literally wheelies side by side with him. And then on the little hip on the inside, he jumps over and makes the pass. And then it was just all Ryder Ellis. It was awesome. Both of the riders just absolutely dominating. But no, it was good. A lot of the, there were some good pros out there. I mean, up from the 50 class all the way up to pros. It was just great battles, great racing. So I want to see definitely that event grow a lot more. It's super fun. It's not an AMA event, but in time, it definitely will be. But I'm excited. The amateur scene has definitely been awesome. I definitely want to talk more about that from now on, giving you guys more of an update, not just in the pro scene, because the amateur scene is just as important. So, but yeah, that's going to do it. If you have anything else to add, we could wrap up.
I don't. I love hearing about the world minis. I love hearing about the amateurs because they go from the amateur scene directly into the pros and we get to watch them become champions. So
Yeah,
I'm hyped on it. I'm glad you're all having fun. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, make sure you subscribe. Keep those notifications on when we post a video so you don't miss an episode. Leave a like, leave a comment, and let us know your thoughts for the last two rounds. We got West Coast. Is anyone gonna try to, win it this weekend besides Hayden? But yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. This is False Neutral Media. We will see you after Denver. Peace.